Hi everyone, Pat Winter here. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. I'd like to share my latest journal with you. It's about friendship. And again, I use the Amity Bloom inspired No Sew old book page method. I don't seem to tire of this method. It's really fun. I don't know if it's because they're smaller journals in size, but they still have plenty of writing space. They're just kind of a nice size and really, really enjoyable to make. And I have seen several people, several of you have been making them, and I'm really enjoying it. So first, the digitals I used, I took it's DigitaliquePrints on Etsy, and it's several of the vintage French kits, the papers especially for the background papers, and then Shopoigoi, Shopoigoi, and I did ask them if that is the correct pronunciation, and it is. They have, well, you'll see they're bright, cheerful. I couldn't resist them, so I bought several of the kits. There's several in the vintage rose theme, and tons of ephemera. I had so much left over. I will definitely be making a couple of more journals with them. They're really fun to play with, especially for spring. They're all springy, bright, cheerful pastels. So I had to have all of them. And I paired them with Sam Poole's Women in White Ladies. Beautiful images of women and children, vintage, which I love. And that is the main theme. I took her Women in White and put a friendship quote to just, represent what the journal is about. So on the front cover, I just put one of Sam's from her Women in White. I just framed it and put a little quote and a couple dangles on this. My closure is a silk ribbon embroidered. Everyone seemed to enjoy that from Raindrop Lila's Springtime Inspiration, or Spring Inspiration 2026, my day 12, or not day 12, what day did I have? Oh gosh, I don't remember. 9? Oh, sorry, Lydia, I can't remember. Seems like so long ago. Anyway, I did a little silk ribbon embroidery because my day prompt was stitching, and that's what I did instead of regular stitching. And everyone seemed to like it. And since I did a few of the corner things for a giveaway at the end of the month, when the collaboration is finished, I'll be drawing a couple names, and they'll receive some corner page book pages, or book, oh my goodness, book marks. So anyway, so I did like a little spring garden here with a little bee and just some roses and forget-me-nots, some little daisies. And I did sew. I used a Velcro closure to close from the back, so you're not messing with this all the time. Instead, I put some dangles there. That is sewn down and glued down. It's not going anywhere. So let's see inside. And if you've made these journals, you recognize that the first page is a triangle or triangular page. And under the front cover from Shopoigoi, I just put a few of the ephemera pieces. And I thought that these digitals would go really well with pixie dust files. Hers are kind of similar, and I could just see them, intermixing with each other. I mainly made a lot of large journaling cards, and I just printed an old coffee dyed paper on the back. But again, I used Women in White, Sam Poole's Ladies, and then put a little friendship quote. And these are, the Shopoigoi is just filled with these corner tucks, corner pockets, and as you'll see through here, but there's tons more that I couldn't use them all. Aren't these beautiful? I love these cards. I printed them in a pale pink. It probably doesn't show up, but I just love all the florals, and it's just a happy journal. And tucked into this one, oh, here's the little bookmark that goes with this one. But tucked into this pocket, oh, see, it just looks so real, so dimensional that I wanted to pull that out. I just made this little envelope, and I tucked in, I used one of the corner pockets on the front of the envelope and then tucked in a couple of journaling pieces, a little ephemera. And the pocket is empty to put your own things in. Well, I'll leave that off. And under this little pocket, I tucked in an envelope that I put a little bit of lace on and one of the stamps that came with the kit, and inside a few of the cards. And they're all pretty, and most of them have beautiful florals on them. And that just tucks in there. And in this little corner, I just put in a couple fussy cuts that you can use anywhere in the journal. And then I had some leftover torn paper. This is Pixie Dust Files, her pastel writing paper. And I just made like put a little Velcro on the back, so you could jot down little dates or something, little notes. There should be about 4 or 5 of them in here. And that just Velcros on there. And in here, I've got this little journaling card, which has a little pocket on the front for the butterfly and 2 little friends. And under here, I've got 3 journaling cards. I put tabs on them for easy access. And then tucked under this little, see from the Shopoigoi, they've got all these little corner things that you can just use for little pockets, little tuck spots. I just put in a couple small ones. And here's a journaling tag I made with the Women in White, a friendship quote. And I covered it with some broken mica, and then just used a very, I hope that's not getting a glare, pastel trim with a little bit of metallic in it. Just a journaling card. That tucks up there. And in this front pocket, I have a couple of journaling cards. And under here, which is where the V would be, there was room for a couple small journaling cards. Again, I printed pale pink on the back. And under this beautiful corner pocket, it's this journaling card. I did a little ruffle. I'm not good at them, but I just love these ladies. I found this in a book that was just sitting right beside me on a page that was ripped, and it says, "Joy and pride chance to meet." And I just thought that went well with that. Find a group of people who challenge and inspire you. Spend a lot of time with them, and it will change your life. So that's what friends do. And under here, I've just got a pressed flower with a piece of thin mica over it, and this group of little girls and little friendship poem there, and a piece of vintage dotted Swiss from an old dress, and a piece of dyed lace. And under this pocket, more journaling cards and an envelope. Real pretty envelopes. And I just left this, this is from an old music book. It was like the front page, which was blank. So I left it there for writing. And this journaling card is just a couple of little girls and a little saying. And then I left it open under there. I sewed around the edges and left it open for an extra journaling card. Under here, a couple more. And some Amity Bloom washi tape. And under this triangular piece is some of the printed pixie dust files, her pastel lined paper, and then another card. And I printed off some perfume fussy cuts and thought that it'd be cute in here because it's eau de cologne. Oop, that goes in here actually. There's a little pocket. You can flip down and write all in there. And over here, more journaling cards. See, they're just beautiful cards, I think. Very springy. I love the florals. More Amity Bloom tape. And in this pocket, I have a few more journaling cards. And I have printed off so many that this journal, whoever gets this, will be receiving a packet of extra journaling cards, different than these, of course, but I just have printed off way too many, bought too many. I didn't buy too many kits, I bought enough. But they're just beautiful cards, and I just couldn't not buy them because they'd be so nice in any journal, really. And here is just an old pillowcase with a piece of lace and some vintage buttons, and I use that as a corner tuck with an envelope that is empty to put your own items in. And these little pockets, I just tucked in a few little cards. And I put in a couple up here. And this one I made with handmade paper and just some vintage music sheet and one of the little medallions. And I left it open underneath for a couple of journaling cards. And under here I tucked in a couple of cards in this cute little tuck. I love both of those cards. I think they're so sweet. And under this tuck, I've got, again, some lined paper for journaling. And then this journaling card with these sweet friends. And I use this label as a tuck spot. And this page was too pretty to, it's plain, but I thought it was just beautiful, too pretty to cover, so I didn't. And this pretty little corner tuck I made this journaling card with a piece of the fabric that the journal is covered in, and then another of the Rhonda inspired cabochon thingies. Look at that paper, I love that. And what a beautiful lady. Piece of vintage delicate lace down the side and a tab. And that is it. Like I said, it's just a very simple little journal. Lots of space to write in, but it's just the right size. It's just a nice little comfortable to hold. You can even put this in your purse or your tote bag. So again, if you see my video on silk ribbon embroidery and write down your favorite memory of spring, you'll be entered to win 3 of these little felt embroidered, silk ribbon embroidered book page marks. And that would be the video prior to this. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you're enjoying your spring. Or I guess some people are going into fall. But anyway, I hope you enjoy your week, and I do thank you for stopping by. And if you really like this, you can hit the like button. You can subscribe. You're welcome to subscribe. And then you can see whatever videos come up. I'm doing another one soon on silk ribbon embroidery. A second part, like I'm going to do hydrangea, and I've got a few tips that I think are important for beginners. And if you're interested in this, let me know, because it's going to be going in my Etsy shop, and if I sell it to you through PayPal, it's cheaper because Etsy takes quite a chunk out of our commission. So if you want it, let me know, and we'll talk. So thanks again. Bye-bye.